Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Kids Church on the St Martin's YouTube channel. Well, last week we looked at the story of the Tower of Babel, where people tried to get all the glory and be famous all by themselves. They didn't think they needed God, and that didn't turn out too well, did it? Let's find out what happens next. Hi everyone, my name's Abraham, and I'm 75 years old. Oh look, here comes my wife Sarah. Sarah's a spring chicken, she's only 65. Say hi to everyone, Sarah.
Hi.
Well, Sarah, I know we don't really have any land, and we don't have any children, but I've always trusted God and so have you, so I guess we'll just keep on trusting God, eh? I'll see you soon.
See you, Abraham.
Yep, he's always taken care of us.
Abraham.
Huh?
Abraham.
That sounds like God. Wonder what he's got to say.
Abraham, I have 3 promises for you. I'll give you this land where you are living called Canaan. I'll give you a large family, and your family will be a blessing to all nations.
Wow. Land. A big family. A blessing to all nations. Oh, hi everyone. It's Abraham again. Yes, I'm 99 years old now. Oh, here comes Sarah again. She's 89 years old. How's it going, Sarah?
Pretty tired, Abraham.
Yeah, I reckon. Well, we still don't have that land and we still don't have that family, but I guess we could keep on trusting God because He keeps His promises, right?
Always keeps his promises.
All right, I'll see you later. Abraham!
Abraham, wake up!
Abraham, I've got something to tell you.
Something to tell me? What is it?
Yes, Abraham, this time next year, Sarah will have a baby boy. Is anything too hard for God?
No?
It's my 100th birthday. I wonder if I'm going to get any surprise presents. Sarah,
Abraham,
it's a baby.
he is a baby boy.
God really does keep His promises. Oh, what are we going to call him? Oh, I've always liked the name Methuselah, a nice biblical name.
No, what about Belteshazzar? It's a good baby name.
Abraham, his name will be Isaac.
Isaac. Oh, can I hold him?
Of course.
Oh, isn't he cute? Oh, goody. So we've been learning in Genesis that even though God made people, the people didn't want to follow God's plan, His perfect plan. They wanted to follow their own plan. Now, God is perfect. He's holy. So He can't hang around anything or anyone who is not holy. So that sounds like bad news for us because we've done things in our lives that have made God sad. But thankfully, God's perfect plan also was a rescue plan. A rescue plan to save us so that we can be with Him forever. And it started with one one man. That's right, Abraham. Now, Abraham trusted God. He wasn't perfect. He did things that made God sad too, but he did trust God. And God used Abraham to start a family, and then he had kids, and he had grandkids, and he had great-grandkids, and he had great-great-great-great-great-great-grandkids, and they kept on going and going, and his family got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now remember, God promised Abraham 3 things. He promised him a big family. Well, that started with Isaac, but it got bigger and bigger and bigger. He promised him land. And you know what that land became? The promised land. That's right, Israel. And he promised him that his people would be a blessing to all other nations. Well, his people, that was the nation of Israel, they were a blessing to others. Do you know how? Well, those great-grandkids had great-grandkids, had great-grandkids, had great-grandkids, until one day a tiny baby, that's right, Jesus, was born in a stable in Bethlehem. And he grew up to be a man. And that man died on a cross. Even though he did nothing wrong, even though we've done things that make God sad, he never did. He always followed God's perfect plan. But God loves us so much, and he wants to be with us forever so much, that he let his son, his special son, die on a cross to take the punishment for us. That's how much he loves us. So through Jesus, that family was a blessing to all nations, because now all nations can accept and believe in Jesus and have that chance to live with God forever. You know, that story we just talked about with Jesus and the cross, that's the Easter story. And you know, that's only 2 weeks away. So next week, we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But before I say see you later, there's a few things I need to tell you. Remember that there's some activities to do, there's another video clip, there's some prayer points, there's some questions, there's lots of things that you can do with your mums and dad, as well as reading the Bible story about Abraham. Okay, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I miss seeing you every week, but I hope we can get together again soon. See you next week. Bye.